Oh, good evening, Mr. Quaid.
Oh, good evening, Mr. Derringer.
I don't believe I've had the pleasure.
Miss Priscilla Cole, Mr. Yancy Derringer.
How do you do?
It's my pleasure, ma'am.
I've heard all about you and your Indian. You're really quite famous.
Notorious is what she means.
Thank you. Quite famous yourself, having won the grand prize of the lottery last week. It's quite a poodle.
$100,000.
You seem interested, Mr. Derringer.
Always interested in the game of chance.
Or a pretty girl. Come, Priscilla, we'll be late for the opera. You'll excuse us, Mr. Derringer.
Good evening.
For the opera. Don't kill him. Stop that man! Stop him, I say! Stop that man! How is she, Yancy? Will she be all right?
338 slugs in her. The odds aren't good.
Those bullets were meant for me.
How do you know?
Yancy, I'm a member of the syndicate that controls the lottery in New Orleans. Everybody wants to get rich quick. When they don't win, crackpots have threatened me.
He was shooting at you. He's a bad shot.
Mr. Derringer?
Captain?
Thanks for handling that thug so well. I just came from the calaboose. He's still unconscious. Is this Mr. Quaid?
It's Mr. Quaid, Captain Fry, head of the Secret Service in New Orleans.
How do? Yes, I'm Benjamin Quaid.
I want you to tell me everything that happened.
Well, we were going to the opera when this madman ran out and shot at me and hit her by mistake.
Why do you say he shot at you?
Well, why on earth would anyone want to shoot a harmless girl like Priscilla? She hasn't an enemy in the world.
She has $100,000. She had $100,000.
Mr. Quaid, I'm afraid I'll have to detain you.
You mean I'm under arrest?
I mean the administrator is waiting for you in the calaboose. We want you to identify the thug, if you can.
Oh, very well. I'll be glad to oblige.
May I join you later, Captain Fry?
I think you've earned that right, Mr. Derringer.
Thank you. Priscilla Cole, 44 Rampart Street. Yes.
I was looking for Miss Cole. They said this was her room.
Do you know her?
My sister.
Oh.
She is all right. I mean, they said there was just an accident. Something's happened.
Yes, something has happened.
But they said it was an accident.
No, it was murder.
It's not true. I mean, I want to see her. No. Oh, no. What have I done to you? What have I done?
He won't be hard to find.
No, I don't recognize him. I never saw him before.
What's your name?
What's yours?
It'll go easier with you if you cooperate.
What'll you use, a softer rope? You sound like every John Lie I ever met. Don't count on hanging me, mister. I won't be around for the necktie.
Were you after Quaid or the girl?
I was after the horse.
He's incorrigible, Mr. Colton.
Very well. Lock him up. And turnkey, a word of caution. Guard that man well. He's dangerous.
Yes, sir.
Yes.
Good evening, Mr. Colton.
Mr. Derringer?
Friend jailer.
Yancy?
I'm grateful that you didn't put him in my cell. Might have ruined many happy memories. Said anything yet?
Not even his name.
Give him to Pahoo. He knows a few tricks that might even make a sphinx talk.
Mr. Derringer, that's enough. Mr. Quaid, step into the office. I want to talk to you.
Derringer.
Well, he can talk.
I'm gonna kill you for this, Derringer.
You're not going to get the chance.
This stone jug won't hold me.
I know it won't.
And when I break out, start watching your shadow.
You're not going to break out. They're going to take you out. I just left Bourbon Street, and there was quite a gathering of angry citizens. Friend jailer, tell him about the last lynching we had in New Orleans.
Lynching?
Last week.
Oh, yeah, the one last week. Yeah, that was the fellow that strangled the opera singer. They took him out and strung him upside down over a vat of boiling oil.
Very funny.
He laughed himself to death.
You don't scare me.
The mob will. And that's what they'll be by the time they get here. A raging, roaring mob.
Yeah, we ought to tell Mr. Colton so we can throw some soldiers around the calaboose, Yancy.
Yeah, I know we ought to. But let's not. I know lynching is illegal. We should uphold the law. But in this case, let's make an exception.
Oh, I don't know now, Yancy.
2 months ago, the legislature legalized the lottery in Louisiana.
It's hardly news.
Quaid and his syndicate were given a charter to operate in town. On the basis they would donate $40,000 to the charity hospital out of each drawing, which they've been very careful to do.
We've also been very careful to make sure that the poor public, like my friends on Bourbon Street, the ticket buyers, they don't win anything.
Precisely. The public wins only the small prizes. The big ones are won by the members of the syndicate itself. It's disgraceful.
So what's the excuse?
Quaid says the syndicate only manages to sell less than half the tickets, but they all go into the pot. Therefore, the syndicate has a 60% chance of winning against the ticket buyers.
Yeah, now, you don't believe that.
Hardly. 2 weeks ago, I told Quaid that if he and his syndicate didn't change their crooked methods of operation, I'd have the War Department throw him and his swindlers into the Mississippi.
So, Miss Patricia Cole, she won $100,000. They hired her to hold the winning ticket. She cashed the check, gave them the money, and they paid her her fee. Then they murdered her to keep her from talking.
Now, how do I prove that?
You don't, Mr. Colton. I'm going to. Oh, and tell Captain Fry that no matter what happens at the calaboose, keep his men away.
What are you up to, Yancy?
I'm going to put on a show. Let's go.
Hey, get out of here. Go on, you get out.
No, you're acting oddly for a young lady whose sister was just killed on the streets of New Orleans not over 3 hours ago.
Well, I don't know anything. I don't have anything to say.
My name is Yancy Derringer. What's yours?
It's none of your business. Now, please go away.
We're just trying to help you, Miss Cole.
My name isn't Cole. It's Patricia Lee.
Your sister?
Cole was her married name.
Her husband.
He's dead.
Planning a trip, Miss Lee?
What do you mean?
My Indian friend Pahoo says you're packing a bag.
Mr. Derringer, believe me. Believe me. I've got to get out of here. They'll kill me if I don't.
Who's they?
I know too much. If I talk, they'll kill me. It's no use. I don't care what you do. I'm not going to say anything.
Keeping silent is the best way I know of joining your sister. In any event, you're not leaving town.
What did you say?
I told Pahoo to keep you here. Now, please, don't make him get rough.
Yancy? Yancy!
I've been looking for you.
Jody, there's enough crime on Bourbon Street without you trying to pick my pocket.
You shouldn't say a thing like that, Yancy. Fellow's doing a kind act.
I apologize, Jody.
Oh, accepted. Madam Francine wants you to come over to the club right away.
Something wrong?
Wrong? Well, if I was you, which tonight I am very glad to be not, I'd say that plenty was wrong.
All right, I'll follow you.
Oh, Yancy.
Hey, she's cute.
Isn't he?
Oh.
He was left on the doorstep about a half hour ago. For you.
For me?
Well, go on, take him.
But Francis, I don't...
Take him. Congratulations. Oh, and something else, too. This note came with him. Dear Mr. Derringer, his name's Paul. Please take good care of him. Yancy Derringer, I've let you do a lot of things to my club. Blow it up, shoot it up, but you're not going to transform it into a nursery. And that's final.
Francie, I don't know anything about this. Now, come on, somebody take him before I break him or something.
Here, I'll take you. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Oh, I just love you to death. Oh, what a handsome fellow. Yancy, you know this is a gentleman's gambling club, and certainly no place
Francie,
for...
he's a boy.
That's enough out of you.
Oh, Goldie. Can you say Goldie, Paul? Huh?
Why would any mother want to leave a little thing like that for you?
I don't know. Francie, look. She says right here, Mr. Derringer. Now, she's probably a stranger.
Oh, Yancy.
What am I going to do with him?
Come on, Paul. Francie will take care of you. Oh, you bet I will.
No wonder the poor little fella can't sleep. This is hard as a rock. Goldie, get some pillows.
Good boy. Greenbacks.
Enough to choke a horse.
Yes, I'd say there's $100,000 worth. Can I put this in your safe, Francie?
Will you tell me what's going on around here?
There's only one man that can answer that question. He's a little reluctant to talk. I guess we'll just have to persuade him a little.
Yancy.
That's only Jody.
Only Jody. Well, I'll get rid of him.
Oh, no, wait a minute. I want to talk to him. Here. Jody, come in.
Was I right, Yancy?
No. There's going to be a lynching.
A lynching. Right.
Now, just wait a minute.
I'm innocent.
Yancy, will you make sense? You know we've never had a lynching in New Orleans.
A lynching ain't legal and it ain't lawful.
I want you to round up everybody on Bourbon Street. Everybody.
For my own lynching?
Now, listen to me. Just shut up and listen. I want you to get me a real crowd.
A crowd?
Yes.
A real crowd?
Yes, and bring torches.
A mob?
Yancy, will you make sense?
A real crowd?
There's a killer in the calaboose, and he doesn't scare. He's got the answers to the Priscilla Cole murder tonight, and probably the whole lottery swindle as well. We're going to stage a fake lynching and sweat the truth out of the prisoner. Do you understand? Good.
Yancy, I can enlist my customers, especially the ones who are winning.
Your customers? Oh, thanks, Madam Francine.
Jody. You make it look real. See you at the calaboose in half an hour.
Right.
Hey, what about the baby?
Oh, in years to come, you'll be grateful for the practice.
Yancy, you'll pay for this outrage. That savage threatened me.
What happened, Miss Lee?
He forced his way in with a gun. Now, if it hadn't been for the Indian.
You double-crossing little thief.
Wait. Are you going to talk, Miss Lee, or shall I? I just left your sister's baby. It was you who left it, wasn't it?
Yes.
What are you talking about?
I was going to leave town. Well, I didn't know what else to do with the baby with Priscilla dead.
You put the $100,000 in the baby's mattress.
Yes.
Well, Miss Lee.
I'm in the employ of Mr. Quaid. Or was. The administrator was pressing him, accusing him of swindle, so Mr. Quaid asked me to find someone we could trust and we could give a winning number. Of course, the winner was to return the money to Mr. Quaid the minute the publicity was over.
That's a lie, a black lie.
The administrator would think it was an authentic winning without swindle. So I got my sister, Priscilla. He was going to give her $500 for the job.
Yancy, you're not going to believe this woman.
I'm afraid I am, Mr. Quaid.
But I didn't kill that girl.
Could have had it done.
But I didn't. I swear I didn't. I don't even know the man.
Could have had her killed just to keep her from talking.
But I don't have the money.
I do, Mr. Quaid.
What are you going to do?
I want to take you to jail. Pahoo, you stay here with Miss Lee. After you, Mr. Quaid.
Well, Mr. Quaid, nice of you to join me.
Take my old suite, Mr. Quaid.
There's a lynch mob out there.
I told you you wouldn't have to break out.
On account of you, they're out there. If they break in, we won't have a chance. Yancy, you've got to get me out of here. I had nothing to do with that killing.
Yeah, Yancy, we got to get the guns. You got to help me stand them off.
Guns won't do any good. There's too many of them.
Well, we can't let him take the prisoner, Yancy.
We interfere, they're liable to hang us, too.
Derringer, stop him. Don't let him get me. Yancy, come back. Derringer!
Yes, friend jailer. That'll do it. Now we'll see how good an actor you are.
Oh, don't worry about me, Yancy. Lynch him!
It's too late, Quaid. They're breaking in.
Oh, for Yancy. For heaven's sake!
You're safe, Quaid. They don't want you. They want him.
Derringer, you gotta let me out of here. They'll kill me. Give me a chance. What you gotta protect me? You can't let them get me. Protect you? Who's gonna protect me?
Here, you'll need this, friend jailer.
Look, that won't help with the plot, Yancy. Look, we can't have another lynching. We had one last week. You know what Mr. Colton's gonna say?
But he's Colton's prisoner. I haven't got the authority to turn him loose.
I know that, Yancy. I know that. But will you please be reasonable? Will you do it for me?
No, we shouldn't even let him come out of the cell.
Yancy, if you won't do it for me, will you do it for my wife and kids? Will you get them out of here and let them hang them some other place?
I don't know. Wait a minute. All right. But you understand one thing. I'm doing this for you. Dink, through the arch, down the steps, turn right. You're free.
Thanks, suckers.
Oh, I'm dying.
All right, you can quit acting now. Those blanks didn't hurt you.
All right, Yancy.
Tell that crowd they can go home.
Go home. Go on, go home, everybody.
Patty. I made it, honey. I broke loose. Now, where's the money? Did you pack it?
Yes. Dink.
Yeah.
Why were you in jail?
I was on the street when Quaid shot your sister. They accused me.
Did you kill her, Dink?
Oh, honey, I told you Quaid did it.
promised me she wouldn't be hurt. You did kill her, didn't you?
Look, honey, I had to do it. She was the only one who knew. We're in the clear now. You and me and $100,000. The law will say Quaid hired me to do it. It's beautiful. Now, come on. Get your things and let's get out of here. Come on, honey. What are you waiting for?
You shouldn't have killed her. I wanted the money, but not that way. Not that way.
Look, honey. There's $100,000 in here. Now take your choice. You're coming with me or you stay. All right, stay.
Just blanks, friend. The game of chance is over. You knew he couldn't get away?
I'm sure of it now. Good evening, Mr. Quaid.
Where's Yancy Derringer?
In the back parlor, but he's very busy and I wouldn't disturb him.
Yancy.
This is a private room, Mr. Quaid.
Never mind about that, Madam Francine.
How did you get out?
A writ of habeas corpus sufficed. Yancy, I want that money. It's mine.
No, it isn't. It belongs to Paul Cole there. His mother won it in the lottery. It's her estate. And he is the sole heir.
Mr. Quaid, we couldn't hold you for Miss Cole's murder. But I have here a warrant for your arrest on charges of grand theft. And oh, yes, your syndicate's license was revoked 2 days ago.
It was a short outing, Quaid.
Why, this is
An outrage. Yes, we know. Captain Fry, would you do the honors?
It will be a pleasure, Mr. Colton.
Yancy, my office seems to be in your debt once again. I'm grateful.
Well, he's not a very big cause, but he's certainly a worthy one.
Well, what's going to become of the little fellow?
Oh, he's not so badly off, Madame Francine. He's got 3 godmothers and 1 godfather.
2. 3.
He's the richest little fella in New Orleans. You know, when he's 21, at 6% interest for 21 years, he's certainly going to be a marvelous catch for some enterprising female.
Oh, what a shame.
What's the matter?
By the time he's 21, I'll be too old for him.